know it.
Good thing I ran into you. What's going on? Parel, the bastard. Now the dragon has her body and soul.
You two have been enemies for as long as I've known you, Sergeant.
This time it's different. At first I thought he wanted to get revenge for a few things from earlier. It would be just like him to break your truce. But it hasn't stopped. He claims he wants to free the Warunkians from some subjugation. Been calling himself the protector of the forgotten lately. The truth is, he just slaughters anyone he doesn't like. Women, children, he's gone crazy. This isn't just crime anymore, lad. This is war.
Sergeant, what do you want from me?
Why, to warn you, of course. What else, lad? Sooner or later, Parel will sidle up to you and start spreading his dirty lies. You must not believe him, lad. Doggerland Dratchas. Don't believe a word that rogue says.
I'll be careful, Sergeant.
And if you run into one of Parel's brown nosers, make short work of them. They all deserve it. Cause Tosha Mortimus.
I hear that the dead have risen to eat the flesh of the living.
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
Ah, Chiron.
Reverend Margrave.
Glad you're conscious this time. Thank you again for your dedication to the good of the city.
What have you discovered?
This Gamut was a demon pact here. He had established a blasphemous cult and driven out the village of Fernfield's Deont. I smashed the cult, and the Deont is once again conducting services.
Well done. It is the soul which matters, especially in these dark times. Take this reward. May Rondra be with you. And be more careful in future. Evil often comes unexpectedly in the Shadowlands. My people can't be everywhere.
Especially since your people should be primarily concerned with the...
All the better that there are no disagreements as to who will execute the summoner.
To my knowledge, that was a certain traitor, one whose demand...
Where is it?
Marketplace.
And of course you too are welcome to be there with...
His hanging corpse will serve...
Fine. See?
And greet your father for me. I'm sure he...
Welcome, Kai.
Back!
Warunkians, keep your city clean. Whoever killed... Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those assholes in the guard want to spread it around fairly, not just throw it out into the street where the strongest just take it all for themselves.
Yesterday, the cartel went out on another foray.
You're back.
It was his destiny, he claimed. But I have even more to tell you.
And then there were 5. It's terrible. To learn how... And now the next... She says she will find you, and she gave me this.
An awakened was here?
I don't know if she wants us as allies. These are instructions on summoning. She said it, but the document is complicated. Nandurian...
Why should she play into our hands when she has...
She says that she can free you from the forced killings. I'm afraid...
Only until she shows herself to me. Then she will... I've never summoned a demon.
A summoning isn't something you... As far as I can make from the document...
Paraffin...
Offerings to the demon. They make it easier to call and dominate. Summoning ingredient. It says, from the manor, rob then 3 of the world. Burn now the 3 in demonic...
Where am I
Summoning instructions are basic. It's best. You find...
If she isn't...
Either way. From the manor...
People of Warunk, here you see the villain responsible for the attack on our city and our faith. The executioner's sword he defiled is too good for him. A vile rope should suffice. to send his dark soul where it belongs, the nether hells. Know this, Warunkians. So end those who dare rebel against the 12 gods. Take heed those who have used recent events to satisfy their greed. They are wrong, and I will call them to account. So, Rogue, any last words?
You will pay. You will all pay.
Fire! Fire at the old Rondra temple!
Skelina, Magtala with Harika. Your pardon, sir, but have you seen my girls? We had agreed to meet, but they haven't shown up. That's not like them at all. Oh, it's you.
Right.
It's your fault my brother died in Moloch Mountain. The least you could do now is help me. If I lose the girls too, I'll have no one. Please, find my daughter.
I noticed the summer stared at a child from the scaffold. Could your daughters have been at the execution?
The execution? Possibly. Especially Magtala loved that kind of thing.
Tests of courage?
By the Dark Mother, please. They're triplets, barely 10 years old. They all have my hair, and they're all... The prison is in the guard headquarters, but they...
Tell me. I'll have a look at...
That's Kyla. The one who annihilated that shadow.
You want to...
A good day. At least, no demons so far, anyway.
Hard to believe that Forge was a traitor. He was such a handsome fellow.
The deceiver Gamma's heretical cult has been wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around. He damned the teachings of the 12 gods. So is his soul now damned as well.
Those assholes in the guard want to spread it around fairly, not just throw it out into the street where the strongest just take it all for the...
Business is going well, my friend. Piss off, and no stupid looks neither.
If it isn't the strapping lad in the refugee camp, want to show me the light is a trick.
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2.
Oh, business is going well, my friend.
Nice fight. Chiron, I presume.
You know, if you have something hotter to offer than that fire, I just might be able to answer that.
Where that fire comes from, it's so hot that tougher men than you have melted like sweet caramel.
And you want to be the one to suck the last bit of life from my body before you enslave my bones, right?
Sounds inviting. But first, we too have a demon to summon.
So you really mean it?
Of course. It's high time we were rid of these demonic gifts.
I'm not summoning some demon just to toss in my soul. Maybe you're only here to get it yourself.
Listen, Chiron. Azrael created our 7 gifts. She had to promise the demon 6 souls in exchange, but she is allowed to keep the 7th. That last soul is supposed to become Azrael's tool, the first, and of course, there can only be one. Azrael believes that life is but a constant battle, and in the end, all of the prey has been devoured, and only...
You gave me the instructions for a summoning. You tell me Azrael's plans, I have...
Damn it, you're just so cute. It isn't that easy. I have 2 secrets you don't know yet. The first is That is the only means of control. The second secret, if I ever give it to you...
And I will have to earn...
That depends on how far we go. By the way...
The fire demon.
3 stones of dominion, burned by demonic fire. You'll have to find that one out for you. But if you are looking for a...
The fire...
3... But if you are... Good luck.
No, this is against Rondra's teachings. Return when you are willing to fight the honourable way.
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
Those assholes in the guard
People
slaughtered everyone who
of
wanted to get the
Warunk,
food from the armory and spread
be
it
reminded
around.
that every death must be reported to the Metropolitan.
Have you found them?
Tell me. I'll have a look.
That's Cairo.
You want to... Mission
Now my brother's in jail. Just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to shoot.
Praise the Divine Lioness! Another blow has been struck against the darkness. Even for the fallen women. Yea, there is hope. Even those who once sold their bodies and had to compete with the unnatural attractions of rotting flesh, the Divine Lioness welcomes them. This is an omen for your own return to the path of what is right and good. Know that it is never too late.
Yesterday, the cartel went out on another foray. When I saw my neighbour again later, he was doing nothing.
demons run amok down there.
Now my brother's in jail. Just because the bloody guards...
Praise the divine lioness! Another blow has been struck against the darkness.
Those assholes in the guards
even for the
slaughtered
fallen
everyone who wanted
women.
to get the food from
Yeah,
the armory
there is
and
hope.
spread it around.
Even
Those
who
assholes
once
in the
sold their
guard
body
want to spread it
and had to
around
compete
fairly,
with the
not just throw it
unnatural
out into the
attractions
street
of
where the
rotting
strongest
flesh.
just take it all
The
for
divine
themselves.
lioness welcomes them. This is an omen for your own return to the path of what is right and good. Know that it is never too late. You want to... Mission accomplished.
That's Cairo.
Hey, down here!
Magus, as fresh and free as ever.
Naive irony, how amusing.
Be glad you're sitting in that cell. There are fire demons wandering around out.
Are you serious?
How did I know?
Sir, I did not ask. And when I learned of his perfidious plan, I did my...
A temple burned. A child is dead. Your help seems to have taken an unusual form, Theodore.
I am in no way responsible for the fact that those brats failed to memorize a simple This summoner they just hanged. Presumably he wanted to take... He wanted them to summon the time. I thought my plan had come.
Just so I... The summoner taught the children...
Absurd, I know. Also...
How did you plan on keeping the children?
The demon servant gave them some summoning chalk, and I used Sleep of 1,000 If those snot-nosed little brats had...
Not bad.
You do me too. And a prohibition would have only encouraged. But, Nandus, forgive me. Perchance you're interested in... I could teach you the wording for that spell.
Then...
Marak.
What was that banish?
I could teach...
Then let's hear...
Malkor. Marak. But it is...
That smells...
well...
We'll...
A fire demon, out of no...
I'll handle it.
In print, providing
Then speak on my behalf, Margrave. A child's life is at stake, and not even the cartel could want...
You really think that... No, Chiron. A lot has changed since you killed Falk. There is no plague bailiff anymore. All those Rondrians who served the traitor fell to Yarkons, and Perel and Fergalosh both want to prevail in their turf war.
Fergalosh wants to designate the new plague bailiff. He lied to me.
Perel believes he is fighting for freedom. Fergalosh believes he is defending the law. But both are making a terrible mistake.
I understand. The guard is out of control, and that leaves you but a single man.
There is one option. Perhaps the remaining Rondrians are the only way we... And...
Simple question.
I'm certain.
Time will tell. My next target is a...
Fire! Fire!
Well, still looking for the flames of passion.
You know there's a fire, and all you do is stand...
I didn't lock the summoner up and thereby awaken his thirst for revenge. He would have called the Typhonal anyway. But here he's at least...
You're gambling with someone's...
Oh, that is unfortunate. I wouldn't have thought that a mind that inexperienced really... A hypothetical question, though. Which life would be worth more to you? That of a child?
You think it...
Be nice if it were a game.
How could you do that? Give that summoner a credit.
Letting children summon
One of those children.
Perhaps yet another.
You also know what...
The ruins of...
You're doing that.
I have...
You wait here. Tell me...
The
Hey, kid.
Malko, Mashrak, Malko.
I'm talking...
Maragosh.
Stop.
What do you...
Come here.
Mama told me...
And the Margrave has forbidden...
Really?
Yes. And now, your mother...
You're a...
If you don't get a move on,
I'm gonna tell...
Mashrak.
Sometimes I wish the necromancers were here again. At least then you knew where you stood. And you always had a second thought.
Hard to believe Fulk is such a handsome fellow.
That's Kylo. The one who
there you are.
that shadow.
But
By the time I got to...
please don't talk. I'm grateful to you. Just
I wish...
Announcement of the Metropolitan. Fulk
Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those assholes in the guard spread it around fairly.
The dark nation is forgiven, inasmuch as they were unable to see Fulk's lies. The following Geons, however...
Chiron, finally I've deciphered the second ingredient.
You mean you've translated the mysterious...
Maybe your mind has finally grown as big as your mouth. Then I'll be more than happy to leave the last... The next ingredient sounds... Pluck thee a root that doth arise from the drops of...
Another.
I would imagine the heretic...
The...
Pluck... I would...
That's Kylo. To be in here. I hear people in the West End are looking. Brothers in jail. Just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to show.
I always used to feel safe behind city walls. Lately, they haven't been keeping the horrors from the Shadowlands out.
In Rondra's name, drop your weapons! Belhalhard Heusenstam, you are in discipline.
The guard will take care of this scum, your reverend.
Pull your people!
Chiron, always there when you need him.
What's going on?
Parel thinks he can get away with total insolence. Just sends his people into a... Ah, good old Bell. But the Metropolitan showed up before we were able to finish them. Parel snuck out. I mean, if you were to help just a bit, lads, it'd be too bad.
You want to use me? Which demon shat in your skull?
Come on! Get Belharhard out of this hole. Get
They offered peace.
Ah, peace. And everyone...
You wanted to use me, and now you need my help. Well then. Metropolitan, have your brave warriors come to mediate?
In the goddess's name,
you're siding with Perel.
This is not about intrigue. These men are guilty. I will not tolerate this kind of turmoil.
Those pigs in the guard started it. We came to... Chiron, you know these people. Tell them...
One side has to lose, and the divine lioness will... You, Belhelhard, may now choose for yourself and your men. Death or exile.
You have been deceived, Metropolitan. Yes, both have caused their fair share of death. But the cartel is here for no other reason than to murder Fergalosh. If anyone is to be banned.
Is that true?
You can...
All right then. In Rondra, these men from the Kreutzer Alley are hereby for... You have until dawn to...
Me?
Until we meet again. Rondrians.
We should crack a barrel, but first take this. And a special allowance, as agreed.
Thank you. I will get back to you. Now I need to talk to Fyodor.
I hate to disappoint you, lad. He managed to break out. Ran towards the brothel, of course.
The brothel. So in Kreutz...
A king!
One more thing. I don't like being you.
Oh, lads, don't be such a stickler.
Warunkians, keep
Those
your
assholes in the
city
guard slaughtered
clean.
everyone who wanted to get the food from the
Whoever
armory
kills
and
a
spread it
dozen of
around.
them rats
Those
delivers
assholes
them
in...
What are you looking for round here? Punch in the head? No stupid looks neither.
Don't be like that.
Azrael's minions show up, there you are too. Amazing coincidence.
Yes, amazing the way you coincidentally lie in wait for me, over and over again.
We're working together. Or should I just rid myself of the gift?
I'm looking for the second ingredient.
So, the second ingredient, right? That's why you headed for the brothel.
I'm looking for Theodore. Have you...
He's sure to be somewhere near the Thorned Rose. You'd better hurry, before he beats you to the prettiest one.
You seem nervous.
Azrael is on her way here, and she knows that we want to summon Zul'Gurub.
We're still alive.
Once she's here, that could change quickly. So, go to the brothel and get your ingredient.
What are you going to do in the meantime? Stand around half naked? At least here you won't be noticed.
I'll take care of the...
I'm one ahead.
Azrael is...
We may know...
Well, if we both die, we'll meet again in the Netherhells. Who knows? Maybe Zul'Gurub and the Dark Mother are neighbours.
And Kalandra would remain, without our gifts.
But with Azrael as mistress leading her soul around on a string...
I'm not the type to die.
I hope.
Piss off, and no stupid looks.
Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold,
Adeptus Theodore.
Ad secundo.
Time for that.
An analysis of your astral power.
It's
interesting.
Pluck the root.
Radix. Sounds like.
Right, we chop down...
Not so fast. The ladies who offer themselves... They have to go about their daily work. Especially now, where the halls are starving because Fergalosh no longer tolerates clients.
The children sleep soundly.
Well, they are out. Before we chop this tree down, we should first...
You're not serious.
This is a veritable...
Get out of my way.
Oh, yeah. But I made acquaintance enough with violence in prison. You will have to...
Or...
We are...
$42.
What?
It is an answer.
Get...
Too bad people don't...
So then, should the children suffer nightmares and be well fed, or should they sleep soundly and drive off their mother's clients with their cries?
When I look around here, I sometimes just want to close my eyes and never open them again. Maybe the children...
Forgive me, but I have the impression...
This is boring me. I will win the debate anyway. In fact, I will...
I'm afraid... It seems to me... We...
40... It is... 2... How do we...
It's...
Exact...
Forgive me, but...
Don't you feel the same? Here... You seem somewhat...
How...
The best cure for...
You,
Take...
Nanda smile upon regarding our dispute. What?
Oh, thank you, I have... And I didn't even have to try... Half-wit?
What are you looking for there? Punch in the air. What are you looking for around here? Punch in the head?
I think I'm gonna leave town. Outside, Bailey, wherever.
I have the...
Very... A
There's this stone. People here...
It's... I think it... Mutated vines that feed on... Many or on no longer exist.
Sounds like cartel business. And Fergalosh always has a sharp eye on it. Show me...
A drown...
Those men with the armour that look like demon skin. I didn't just imagine that.
Those Borbaradians really are everywhere.
Bad news. Azarel has arrived in Warunk.
Damned elf. So what do we do? Do you have your ingredient?
No, there were complications.
Cassio, what's going on?
The invocation will take place. You can rely on me, Chiron. Completely.
My daughter's up about skin and bones.
That's Chiron.
You want...
A good day. At least, no demons so far, anyway.
That's what I've always said. What kind of demon can I
Civil War. Sometimes I wish we
and undead monsters. Maybe down there.
My husband sends dogs.
You mission.
Those men with the armor that look like demon skin. I didn't just imagine.
Announcement of the Metropolitan. Tholk of Arivor was a traitor.
Margrave.
All those
Metropolitan.
who followed him brought shame upon themselves.
Just barely. Warunk really isn't.
Unfortunately, I was misguided enough to believe that the power struggle between Parel and Fergalosh would be over after...
Their hatred is so great that no setback will keep them from fighting.
It must come to an end. They will go on fight.
Then why are you...
There are rumors about you, that you are taking...
Some say you are
They are...
Your actions are of no small concern. Make no mistake about it, Kyle.
Both sides are warned.
Probably for your side. We need only wait to see who...
Honorable fight, isn't that true?
Once this is over, you will find me available for a fight pleasing to Rondra's... Throughout history, there have always...
Yarkon, without a winner there will be no peace, but we can't wait until his boots are anchored. Women and children have already been... Fergalosh has taken cartel family members hostage.
He probably wants to gain time.
So?
We let them fight, until one side has the upper hand.
Perhaps you can assert your influence and get the hostages released. We should save as many... The Metropolitan and I...
Arivor consorted with demons. If the armor ever had Rondra's blessing, then it has... A dirty corp.
Charming.
Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those assholes
The
in the guard
Metropolitan
want to
announced
spread it around
the
fairly,
city walls
not
have
just
been
throw it out into the
completely
street where the
rebuilt
strongest
through
just
joint
take it all for
efforts
themselves.
after the divine lioness in her...
I see.
To look at snake.
You've both done your...
I know how it looks to you, but this is different. Robberies. Young men have lost their lives. Many women. You used to believe in freedom.
I have to go.
Relax.
It's about black wine. I know that...
And you want some of that infernal, soul-eating brew?
I need the wine for an...
No, what, lad? Having the life sucked? I'm sorry, but I can't take any... You'll get your...
All right. I heard you've taken...
The families of Perel's people. And after the battle, they'll be eliminated. We'll tackle the problem at its root.
Those are...
If it weren't necessary, I wouldn't... But to defeat the dragon, you have to...
You want to kill the women. Sergeant, are the profits from the... As you said, the men want to relax before the battle. And guaranteed afterwards as well. What could be more
What?
Except, of course, if you own a brothel. And...
No!
Maybe so.
All right.
Let's talk now.
You... Once the Kreutzer cap...
Let's...
Wait here, lad. So. Ready to go. Back.
Don't be like that. Still nearly too much Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though.
That's enough blood!
At last, Metropolitan, this is contrary to all the rules.
We're not here to help you. You yourselves have chosen the law of the sword, and by that you will now be judged. Fergalosh has won. He will choose the new Plague Bailiff. Parel is defeated. His life lies in Fergalosh's hands.
In his of all peoples?
Not so fast, Metropolitan. Naturally, the victor is always free to temper justice with mercy.
Haven't you had enough, Margrave? Do you think these fools will ever make peace?
The balance of power was disturbed, yet with a little common sense, we can restore it. But as we all know, it is the victor.
Banish him.
The office of Plague Bailiff started the dispute. An office which has brought Warunk naught but misfortune. It is... Yakon, mundane matters have kept your people from their real task for far too long. The protection of the... We learned a great deal from the massacre in the refugee camp. The necromancer's... I hereby create the post of Black Bailiff.
Clever.
Fergalosh. However you decide to deal with Parel, the loss of the... Your disobedience was to a good end. Choose, therefore, someone from your ranks for the office of Tax Bailiff. Uphold...
So, Parel, ya rotten...
So, now you...
Cheers! And you, lad. Thank you. Your reward.
This is a great day, not only...
There had been enough deaths in the feud between the Guard and the Kreutzer cartel. Margrave Zumadan considered the balance of power to be resolved for the moment. The Guard had won, and the cartel never regained its former power. Parel continued to conduct his business from the shadows. Margrave Zumadan set up 3 new bailiffs. First, a tax bailiff who was selected by Fairgalosh. Second, a black bailiff who took over the necromantic remnants on behalf of the god of death, Boron. The military bailiff came from the ranks of the Rondrians. This let Zumadan cement the balance of power in Warunk while allowing the Rondrians to save face. Although no one was completely satisfied, they accepted Zumadan's decision. Lasting peace in Warunk was worth it to them.
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
I didn't hate Ulan, even though he did bad things. Maybe you'll start something meaningful with the love he was with.
Didn't just imagine.
Sacrifice one of thine own blood, but they must needs choose their death of their... This is the last part of the incantation. He was easy to convince. Our father is a man of sense. Come to the Prios temple and hurry. If at...
Good day. At least, no demons so far.
Good morning, Chiron.
One false move and I will stuff your blades down your throat.
Chiron, don't. It was my decision.
You put a spell on him so he didn't defend himself.
He is the last ingredient. There is no other way, Chiron.
I won't allow you to just be stabbed like some mangy mutt.
I'll be the last who has to die because of the Awakened.
Be reasonable, Chiron. Don't destroy everything at the last moment.
You both knew all the time. That's why it took you so long to find this ingredient.
It wasn't easiest to wait until you had found all the others.
You'll never stop deceiving me, right? Let's get this over with.
Your courage does me proud.
Chiron, Cassio, the whole happy little family together.
Azarel.
Now, don't be sad when I have to take an old friend of mine with me.
You think you'll get away with it? You are wrong!
What's to stop me from cutting off your head here and now?
Try it, Chiron. Maybe you are faster than my people. And maybe you'll even...
What have you...
Landra is developing... And... My dear Cassio. Entertainment and deception, Mother. Two victorious sisters. Both as... Certainly. Unfortunately, we agree. That I feel it. Your gifts crave union. Why don't you start with the union right now?
I'd rather ram...
Come on, Chiron.
What?
Mother...
We didn't go through all that crap together just to tear out one another's guts.
I'm a necromancer who wanted to use you just like one of her mindless servants. I kidnapped your father and wanted to stab him.
I don't...
Damn. Draw your sword, or I might be tempted to let you win. And again, the powers of the gifts unite. I look forward to our reunion, Chiron.
I'll laugh in your dead face, and soon. Damn soon.
Well, not just yet. Calandra has to get a little rest first. Unions are demanding, as you know.
How many awakened has she already had to kill for you, Azrael?
Maybe one, maybe two. Anyway, your next meeting will be under the sign of the first paladin. Until then, all the best, my child. Prepare yourself carefully. You sure showed me, didn't you?
You left me no choice.
I know. Everything went according to plan.
What are you talking about? What plan?
My second secret. Sacrifice. One of them. I had already accepted that before you had eaten.
The summoning. What would you have done if you had won?
Hoped that you would do the same.
Azrael knew.
That I would sacrifice myself for you and your stupid Calandra. She trusts her persuasiveness too much. But you can't reach free.
You shouldn't talk anymore.
Never mind, Chiron. The Dark Mother is stronger than Zolgaroth. It is. But my body will still be here. You can tell me about...
Shit.
If you knew how many people I've come here, I'll reveal my first. Just remember, we can win. And now, drag me into that cursed circle.